Hello everybody, welcome back to another fun episode of TMV Live. I do have a confession, we're not technically live, but we are live to tape. We're not gonna edit, so what you see is what you're gonna get. And my name is Sharzad. I don't know if I just said that because I had some espresso earlier and I'm feeling a little jittery because I don't drink coffee. I have a blog called luxlife.com and I also make YouTube videos, silly ones with makeup and travel and lots of fun stuff, so hopefully you guys can check it out. And this beautiful lady is Kayli. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Kayli.
Hello, I'm so happy to be back today. I have a channel and I do hair and beauty and DIY. I try to involve my kids in as much stuff as I can because they're just make it so much more fun. They're so cute. Yes. So hello.
Hello world.
Yeah,
and who are you, beautiful?
I am Corinna, and I have a YouTube channel called Tot Mama TV, T-O-T, Mama TV, and I have a channel similar to yours in that it's everything pertaining to a mom's world, beauty, crafts, party stuff, making stuff that kids like, etc. So check it out.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
It should be called Hot Mama.
Yes.
Well, I feel so weird because I always say Top Mama and they're like, okay, Hot Mama TV.
Right.
So yeah, T-O-T, like toddlers, you know.
No, it's really
so
cute.
And you guys probably can't see, but she has the cutest baby bump underneath this table right now. And I am Colette, or Katilette on YouTube, or Mommy Tart from the Shaytards, or Shay Carl's wife, because I love him so much. And I have 4 kids, 1 on the way, and I'm just happy to be here, as always.
Yay!
Hey everybody, I'm Jess Lazama, the YouTuber formerly known as Exotic Jess on YouTube. Yeah, but we'll save that story for another show. But my main channel is comedy. I'm just sticking my baby pinky toe into the mom world because I am a mother, but she's the anti-teen, she's 15. But if you want to check out mom stuff, check out Hoppa Hour with my friend Mia, and 2 Hoppas equal 1 whole Asian, so.
Yay! Welcome, ladies. You look fabulous. And you guys at home can always join in the convo by tweeting to us using TMV Live, hashtag TMV Live at The Mom's View, so that you guys can connect with all these fabulous ladies. So it's super fun. We love to connect with you guys. Okay, we have some updates. I know that this is your first time on TMV, so what other stuff do you do? Tell us more. We want to know everything about you.
Okay, where do I start?
How many kids do you have?
Okay, that's a good question. I have 2 little boys.
Okay.
And one's almost 4 and the other's almost 2.5, and I'm expecting any day now. Oh, there they are.
Okay.
With a girl.
Yes, finally with a girl. Yes.
Angel. Do you know her name yet?
I do know her name.
But is it top secret?
No,
Okay.
we've actually had this name before we even started.
Can I know the name?
Sure. It's Nyla.
I love that name.
That's pretty.
My husband has a little niece named Nyla.
Oh, really?
And she's so cute and beautiful. Yes.
Is it
really
N-Y-L-A?
It's actually Naya. I lied. It's Naya, but it's close to Nyla. I know another Nyla.
Like,
I
you know
love
what?
both
Never
names,
mind.
though. Yeah.
You have to tell the story though, how you got the name.
Okay, so I met my husband, I told her the story already. I met my husband on a plane, and we were sitting next to each other, and we were coming from New York to LA, so we've had this name picked out before we were even engaged. Like, oh, if we have kids, it's going to be Nyla.
New York, LA.
New York, LA.
Totally.
Nyla.
I get it.
Are you going to spell it N-Y-L-A?
N-Y-L-A.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you do lots of makeup tutorials on your channel, I
I
saw.
do makeup tutorials, yes. A lot of party stuff ever since my kids, you know, had birthday parties. I like go all out, so that's been really popular. People like to see that. Hair, makeup, crafts.
Awesome.
I do reviews on like products or places to go with the kids and stuff like that.
So fun.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
And you're 2 weeks away from your little daughter coming
Yes.
into this world.
Yes,
Awesome.
any day now.
So exciting.
Not right now.
Yeah, not right now. That would be fun. If it was just like,
That'd be very exciting for the show.
I need to go to the bathroom real quick.
I'll be your new wives.
Jess, let's talk about you.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
I know you're no stranger to YouTube.
No stranger. I've been doing YouTube since 2009.
What?
Yeah, I know. Old school. I'm OG.
So what else do you, what kind of comedy stuff do you do?
I do sketch comedy, and Actually, nobody knew I was a mother until, oh, there she is.
Oh my God,
she's so cute. That's like the only picture you'll find of her because she's the anti-teen. She's not on Twitter, not on Insta, not on Facebook. Yeah, so very rarely does she allow me to take her picture, and she's like never in my videos. People were like,
beautiful.
You're lying, you don't have a daughter. Thank you. Thank you. I always have to justify that I'm a mother because they're like, we never see her. Stop making her up. This isn't a funny joke.
You're like, would you just be regular and get a Twitter already?
I know, they want her to be on camera, so yeah. But because I'm always on camera, I'll just play both roles.
Nice.
That's so
well,
cute.
I got to meet her daughter, and she's fabulous. She seems very mature for her age, and I was very impressed with her.
I feel like only children are constantly dealing with adults, so then they just become like mini adults.
Yeah.
I always say 15 going on 25.
Yeah.
That's what I'm dealing with now.
Got a good head on her
That's what I got going on.
Well, this is going to be our time to chat with our beautiful audience out there. So I have a Twitter question, so let's talk. Okay. Mariana A _ 018 says, when do you think it's the right way to talk to your kids about puberty? Yikes, that's got to be a touchy subject. I don't remember having that conversation with maybe I blocked it out because that's just such a difficult thing to go through as a kid and I'm sure as a parent. Are you guys getting to that stage? I mean, your daughter.
Been there. Yeah, it was like, it's really hard because I was also a teen mom, so it's like, she didn't come with a handbook. I'm like, why are there no instructions with this baby? So when she got her period, that's when I kind of had like the birds and the bees, but I actually like told her like this is what it is. Because they say they should know like correct anatomical names for things, not like, you know, our cute names that we call them, cookie cutter, no. So I told her then. And it's nice because then she can come to me and ask for real answers versus going to her friends who probably don't know as much and less educated or...
You guys seem like you have a really close relationship, so it seems like maybe it was an easy thing for you to talk about, or was it still awkward?
I feel like it was easy because she didn't make it awkward and I didn't make it awkward. I wasn't like, hey, so we're gonna have a talk.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been more awkward if it had been a boy.
Right? Okay.
I have a sister who's like 20 years younger than me.
Oh, okay.
So I remember when she went through puberty, I like went to Barnes & Noble and I got a book. There's actually great books.
You're so sweet.
I'm
What
such
a
a
good
nerd
sister.
like that. Yeah. So we like read, you know, the book together.
That's good.
It's very informative.
Really good idea.
Yeah. Older siblings are good like that.
Yeah.
What are you are you
Well,
getting there?
Actually, we have started talking about it this summer.
Okay.
Because Reilly has an older friend, and she had a sleepover, and her older friend had another older friend who had just started her period.
Okay. Right.
So they were telling Reilly all sorts of things, and she came to me and asked me, you know, what is happening exactly? Can you get wet? Like, you know, she was like asking me all these things. Can you go swimming? Can you do this? And so I didn't think I would have a conversation like that with my 8-year-old daughter, but
It's probably
I've been
good to
talking about
just
it.
get it out there quickly. I don't know. Colette, what do you think?
I think that it's harder now because you do need to start earlier because, I mean, sex is a topic everywhere. I mean, you'll get it in the media, on TV, and it's just, I remember my parents never really sat me down and had that talk. And so I learned weird things from my sisters and their friends, and I was like, what? And so it was kind of scary, and I feel like I don't want it to be that way for my kids.
Right.
And we have such an open relationship that I think that anywhere between like 8 and 10 is a good range because they're old enough to start to like, okay, that makes sense. I understand that. I can handle that. But they're not too old to be like, ew, don't talk to me about that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
so it's like,
they've probably heard a lot of things just from TV, and they probably need some clarification.
I feel like also, like, I don't want to go overboard with information. I don't want to give information that she hasn't already heard, or when Gage is old enough, we'll talk about the same thing, but I want her to know she can come to me with questions.
Right.
So if she hears something at school or, something.
she knows she's going to get a right answer.
And you'll probably have to tell your girls about periods because I'm sure Reilly will tell them.
Did you know?
Yeah, did you know this happened?
I remember in 5th grade, it was like mandatory in school that you would go through, what was it, like human growth and development. It was like you would get that that class or that period of time would happen, and each girl would get to, they'd separate the boys and the girls, and each girl would get to bring home a little pack with like a tampon and a pad and like deodorant. Yeah, that was it. So I guess, so 5th grade's when they do it in school, but
That's when I did it too.
probably best to ease in.
What do you think?
Earlier.
What is this?
Yeah.
Why?
Tampons are a little intimidating to use. Those
We put it in a like tub of water just to see what would happen.
Oh,
Worst
and?
idea ever.
Yeah.
We were scared to death. Like, that is not ever coming near my body.
I know, it's intense. Yeah, well, we have another Twitter question. Mikey or Mitchie Tweets wants to know, if you could go back in time, what is one thing you would tell your teenage self? Don't pluck your eyebrows. That's what I would tell my teenage self. When I was 12, maybe 11, I had these thick, full, like, Brooke Shields brows.
Those are in.
Got my mom's tweezers, and then I looked like a chola. I was like, boom! Not cute. That's what I would tell myself.
I did that too. I had some pretty thin eyebrows.
And then they never really
Grow back.
grow back the same way.
You're like, but do they have the teeth for eyebrows?
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, but I got a hold of those tweezers. I would tell young Sharzad,
Don't do
I would
it.
say, don't pluck that.
I would do like the hair thing. I had the terrible like teased wave hair thing. I would probably not do that ever again.
I feel like that was the style,
It
though.
was
so
sad.
it's like,
The Barbie thing.
The pictures are just like.
I had sun in, a lot of sun
Me too.
in. I was copper. I had copper hair.
It was orange.
It was really orange. But I would tell my younger self that it gets better because I really hated high school. It was like the most horrible experience for me. Like I was a loner, and because I was a teen mom, I was like secluded from the people that I thought were, 2 people went to my baby shower. It was really, really sad. But it got so much better, and I felt like in college, that's when I really found myself and like my friends, and I had like a voice. It sounds so weird to say like, oh, you're gonna have a voice, little high school Jessica. Like, but it's true. Like high school, nobody likes high school. College is where it's at.
Were there any other moms?
There
in your
weren't.
high school?
They actually kind of quietly asked me to leave school because
really?
they didn't want it to be an epidemic. They didn't want everybody, pregnancy is contagious. It's not.
it totally is.
It was.
I know. Rubbing their bellies like they're,
So
magical.
they quietly asked you to leave
Yeah,
school? How
yeah,
does
to
that
do
work?
home
Like,
study.
Oh, the
And
principal
did you,
calls
or
I did. I ended up
Is that
graduating.
legal?
It is,
yeah.
yeah. It's weird because they asked me to leave. I graduated a year early with a presidential award and a scholarship. So take that, school.
Do
Whatever.
you feel like that was good for you, or were you like traumatized by it?
Both. I feel like it was traumatizing only because now I really felt super alone.
Right.
And my parents were like, they were sticklers. They're like, well, if you're gonna have this baby, you're really gonna do it on your own. We're not helping with you financially. So I got a job as soon as my daughter was 4 months old, and I was working my first job. But also good because I've always worked 2 jobs if I had to. I was never on like government assistance. Like I was always like gonna pay my bills and gonna make it work. Never had time to save for college though. So Corinna, I hope you get good A's in school.
Scholarship amazing.
So you would tell your teenage self to
gets
just,
better.
it gets better.
Yeah.
Don't sweat the small
Totally,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
I think I would say don't be afraid to dance to the beat of your own drum.
I love that.
Because, I mean, you move on, and it's like you will regret things that you do if you're just doing them for other people. You know what I mean? Like, don't be afraid to be weird and have people laugh at you or tell you you're a Molly Mormon or whatever, because I got that a lot. But it was like, I'm so grateful that I just stuck to who I wanted to be and didn't try to be somebody else or follow the crowd, because that never brings happiness. I
No,
feel like.
never.
And it's really hard not to do that because you don't want to be the one to stick out.
And it's hard to see past
Yeah.
those 4 years.
Oh my God, you tunnel vision. You're like, it's never gonna get better.
So just stick it through.
What about you, Miss Kayli?
I really actually loved high school. I had a really great group
Yeah.
of friends, but I really lacked confidence. So I think what both of you guys said, that's what I would say to myself, just to be more confident in who I was, that it was okay to be me.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's good. I always thought I was like 15 pounds overweight.
Right.
And then I look at photos and I'm like, why was I tripping? Like, I'm still the same way. I'm always like, oh, those 15 pounds. But at some point, you got to just chill and be like, okay, this is who I am.
Yeah.
I love my body.
Yeah.
Maybe we
I
say
love my
that
body.
and tell our high school selves to wear a bikini.
Yeah.
Wear a swimming suit.
Because you look great.
I know, I look at these pictures and I'm like, why was I so like hard on myself when, it was probably fine.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't a twig ever, and that's okay.
It's okay.
I guess. I don't know.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. You guys are sweet. Any other things you would?
I think you guys covered everything. I think that's
God, we're
pretty.
such moms.
It's hard. I know. We just know everything.
We have one more tweet. This is from KY6156. Have you ever been embarrassed in public by your kids? What happened? Ooh, juicy. I'm sure I've embarrassed my mom several times. I can't think of an example right now, but I'm sure she's probably watching going, I remember that time that you something.
Yeah.
My kids probably embarrassed me when they went through potty training because they just want to go nature pee anywhere, you know. And like and they're boys, so like they I remember with Lucas we were playing soccer on the soccer field and he just like busted it out and I was like all these moms and all they're like and my brother was there and he's like can you go get Lucas? He's like peeing on the field right now. So they're too young to like really embarrass me, but that was pretty embarrassing because I was like, what's the protocol? Like what I do? Like they can pee, right, in public when they're boys, little?
I mean,
I don't know.
they're gonna do it, so it should be okay.
I don't know what to do with a girl though. How does a girl work?
I have no idea.
You
got the most kids here, you answer
the
though.
potty for a girl.
The girls won't drop trow so easily.
No.
Well,
Oh, well.
Do you have an embarrassing story that one of your kiddos has done?
I just feel like my kids are so funny that it doesn't really embarrass me. But the times that I have been embarrassed is when they're acting out, or like if they're throwing a fit in public. That bothers me a lot because I just feel like that is just not acceptable, and you don't do that, and it makes mommy's face go red. And then it's like, okay, how do I handle this in a way that doesn't like make me look like I'm a crazy mom?
Yeah. Right.
And just like relax, breathe, let's go out to the car and have a discussion, I just don't like when they misbehave, but that doesn't happen like a lot. So that's the only time. So
I would say that is the only time that I've ever been embarrassed too. Reilly used to, seriously, every time we went to the grocery store, she would want something. Every single time, she would just throw this huge fit, and, like crazy. Like her face was red, and I was always just like, I don't know what to do. Okay, and I've heard people talk, especially because I worked at a salon. And this one lady came in one day and was saying how this kid was throwing a fit at the grocery store, and she couldn't believe it because the mom wasn't doing anything. She just continued to shop, and I just thought, well, what is she supposed to do? But I didn't say anything. That was fine. And then she came in, like a few months later, saying, I went to the grocery store and this kid was throwing a fit, and the mom grabbed his arm and disciplined him. And so I was like, what do you want? Like, you get in trouble if you discipline them, then people think you're awful if you don't. It's so hard. So I would say, you can't control moments like those.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't be embarrassed, because have you ever seen a mom with a baby like throwing a fit? You're just like, I wish I could help.
I feel like there's the most judgment comes from like kids misbehaving. It's like, and how the parents handle it. It's like, how do you handle it? It's not always it's not always cut and dry. Like,
I'm with the kid, I couldn't do anything with Reilly besides just continue shopping.
And you shouldn't judge, because you'll handle it differently one day than the next. I mean, who knows? You might be on your period, and like your fuse is really short.
Yeah.
And one day people will be like, oh my God, you're the world's best mom. How'd you handle that? How'd you silence your kid like that? And then the next time,
I just got it.
I had to take preventative measures. So I still do this sometimes, but I would sit her in the car and I'd be like, okay, I was a single parent, so we're on a super budget, and I'd be like, look, we're gonna go into Target and we're only getting paper towels and Windex. So you're not getting anything, so don't ask, because if you do, I'm just gonna stop shopping and we're gonna come back to the car. And she wouldn't make a sound. She would just hold on to my pocket and we would just walk around, get what we needed. And so I would give her a treat. I would reward her by doing that. But that's why I can't have any more kids. It's gonna be the devil child, because she was so great. But I think I embarrass her a lot, a lot. One, she's like, can you stop talking about me? And two, she's like, can you stop talking to the waiter, telling him your whole life story? Because I'm like, no, come here, I have a story to tell you. She's like, let him go.
That's awesome. That's true. We probably embarrass our kids more than we embarrass
so much.
I'm sure. Yeah. Fun stories. Well, we have our topic of the day. We're going to be talking about family dynamics. I know everybody obviously has a very different dynamic at home. And then also, how is your dynamic growing up with your own family versus your family now? What things from your family, your childhood, do you want to be the same in your family life now? And so, anybody, Kayli, you want to start?
We're all like,
where do I start with
Okay,
this?
so how many siblings do you have?
I'm the oldest of 4. I have 2 little sisters and a little brother. My mom was also a teen mom. She had me when she was 15. And my dad was 18 when they got married. So my mom was 15, he was 18, but 19 by the time.
And they're still together.
And they're still together. And so they had me 3 years later when my mom was 18, had my little sister. And then they waited 5 years and had my other little sister and then my little brother 3 years after that. So I'm 11 years older than my little brother. So yeah. So that's the dynamic there.
Yeah. Now, what about the dynamic in your house? Now, Katilette, I know that you obviously have you have 4 different little babies. How do you make each one feel special? Because time is so, time is difficult.
It is, and I think that is a challenge sometimes. And sometimes you give more attention to your babies because they're your babies. Like Shaytard, Gavin, he was looking at my phone and looking at the pictures on my phone. He's like, Mom, you only have a few pictures of me, and you always have a picture of Rocktard on your screensaver. And I thought about that. I'm like, that's true, because I always take really cute pictures of the baby because he's always being cute. But I was like, that probably makes him feel bad. So like just being aware of those things, like give a little bit of attention, make sure they each know the good parts about them and what they're doing right. Because it's a challenge. It's not always easy to make sure that each kid feels like you are the best child ever. And I feel like that's something that I want to grab from my own family, because I had a big family growing up. I was one of 5, and then after my mom passed away, Dad remarried, and she brought in 6. So there was 11 of us.
Wow.
And I always, always, always felt like I was the favorite child. And I talked to my brothers and sisters, and they're like, no, I was the favorite child.
That's good.
So it's like, I don't know how they did this, but it worked.
Yeah.
That's
So that's one thing that I want to try to develop, is just make sure each kid knows you are important and you have a very special voice in our family. So
You're really good at that.
I don't know how to do it, but I'm trying.
Well, clearly, it was from good upbringing, and you're giving that to your kids, too. Well, that's good. You're just perfect. You are just so perfect. I don't want to be like you.
I have a crazy family dynamic.
Let's talk about your crazy family.
I have a lot of brothers and sisters from like divorces and half brothers and half sisters. So let's see, I have like 2 half brothers, 2 half sisters, 2 stepbrothers. Okay. So like lots of divorces and stuff. And I don't have a mom, and so I have 2 dads.
Okay.
And so, I don't know, it's just very crazy, So I'm looking forward to having a very stable, solid, like consistent family life, because I know what I don't want,
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. What about you? What was your childhood versus what the childhood you're providing for your
So we
daughter?
have a very modern, I don't even know if I'd call it modern family, because it was my daughter and myself for so long. But I come from a big family, not huge, but I'm the oldest of 3. And my dad was in the military, I'm an Army brat, so we moved around every 2 to 3 years. So I actually get the itch to move anytime I'm bored or frustrated. I'm such a great runner from things. I'm like, I'll just move. I'll just forget my problems because I'll just move. But
How's that working?
yeah, I know, it's not good. People are emailing like, we haven't heard from you in 3 years. And so I mean, Corinna and I moved a lot when she was little, but I think from helping raising my brother and my sister, it just helped me. I kind of just knew what to do with her, if that's even a thing. I still don't know what to do sometimes. But it's just she and I and my boyfriend, who's also a YouTuber. We just don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. We're very quiet because I feel like we give so much, It's nice to have something of my own that I know. And some people know, but it's very private. And it's nice. That part's nice. It'll come out one day. Cool. The egg will break one day. Everyone will know. And they'll be like, we knew it. But for now, we'll just be like, oh.
Awesome. I came from a big family. I have a brother and a sister, older brother, little sister, but my extended family, cousins, aunts, uncles were always around. So when I think of family, I think of I think of huge Persian family gatherings with dancing and very close with my second cousins, obviously my first cousins. I know tons of uncles, and I just think that that's such a fun way to grow up. You go to your aunt's house and, you just know everything that's going on in their life. And I would love to have a family like that someday, but it's tricky because all my family's in another city and I want to stay in LA, and it's going to be a tough balance. And my husband grew up the same way too. At different points in both of our childhoods, we had cousins and uncles and aunts living with us. And in my husband's family, he had an entire family living in his basement. His uncle moved in with their whole family, and they just always like loud, always a bunch of people. Like you have to fight for attention. You know, when the dinner was served, it was like my brother would just dive in and eat everything before, and he's, you know, big, not fat, but like big. And yeah, it was just like wild and chaotic and fun. And I would love to have that. Hopefully we will.
I crave that too. That's how I grew up. I'm from a really, really small town, and a lot of people in this town I'm related to.
Yeah.
And so I grew up with my cousins and second cousins and third cousins, and I do miss that about, you know, being out here, because I want that so badly for my kids, which thank goodness you guys are here.
Yeah, that's good.
Because they get to be with their cousins all the time.
We do have some family here, but yeah, not like in the Bay Area where I'm from, where it's like tons and tons of people and they're all Persian. Yeah. Loud, hard dance, and we, you know, cook and eat. And it's just fun. Yeah, you guys are all invited. We jump through fire. We have lots of fun.
I have no family.
Fire?
Yeah.
I want to jump through. I'm an adrenaline junkie. You and I will talk.
Yeah, let's do it.
But I have no family in California, so like our friends and our YouTube friends are our family. Like literally, at my daughter's 15th birthday party, we had like adult YouTubers. That was her birthday.
My, you know, 4-year-old, it's like, we'll invite like Lisa Nova and, you know, like all of our friends.
All our friends. They're
Don't have
the
kids.
family that you got to choose. I like to say.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's nice.
Well, we have another tweet, darlings. Okay, this is from Sweet Caroline. How do you keep an only child from being spoiled? Boom, that one's for you.
Oh, that's really, really hard. I was on a super tight budget when she was growing up, so we still had holidays, but she never felt a struggle because I made sure we had holidays. Like for Halloween, we would carve a pumpkin together, and for Christmas, we'd put up a real tree, and she'd have gifts to open. And because I don't have any family in California, it made it really easy because people don't just come over and drop gifts off.
Right.
But it also makes it really hard because she doesn't have those like child memories to bounce off of people. Just kidding.
Is that a laugh or like you're crying? Okay.
But it's easier now because, again, she's really perfect. She goes thrift shopping, guys. Thrift shopping. I can give her $20.
She's so stylish.
She's so stylish.
So stylish.
The pants she's wearing today, she got for 99 cents. I had to sew up a really long like hole, but hey, it was 99 cents. So yeah, rocking it, and makes it really easy for me because she knows, you know, we don't have like a ton of support here, so it's nice. It's nice that she's understanding of that. I can't imagine if she were like, I want. That would be really difficult for me.
Yeah.
I think that's important for kids, though. I mean, they don't have to have stuff.
Right, yeah.
They really don't. They just need love.
Love, yeah.
And
love is all you need.
And food sometimes, but, you know.
Yeah, and food. My
kids are always hungry.
Love and snacks.
We have another tweet from Kylie Cakes. I love that. I call my husband Baby Cakes, so anything with cakes on the end, I'm like, oh, it's so cute. Okay. How do you keep your kids from getting jealous when introducing a new member of the family?
Oh,
That's a juicy one. What do you...
Get ready. Well, when I had my second, we gave Lucas. When I had Lucas, we gave Jackson present from Lucas, and people are pretty receptive when they came over to the house. They all did that too. They always brought a gift for the older sibling.
That's cute.
Yeah, from, you know, in my case, the baby, but they give it to them.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that helped a lot?
Yeah. Are you kidding me? They love presents. Yeah.
I did that with Reilly. I gave her a little baby pony, and she still talks about it. Remember when you had Gage and you gave me the baby pony? I was like, I'm so glad. That's like a fun memory that she'll always have. But I was worried when I had Gage that Reilly would not like him. That when we brought the baby home, that she would not like him. She loved him and wanted nothing to do with me. She was mad at me. She was like, why'd you bring him? You know, she was just like, didn't want anything to do with me. So you never know what to expect.
When my little sister, my sister's 5 years younger, and she was born a month before my 5th birthday, and I thought she was a gift. for me. I was like, oh, Mom got me the doll that I always wanted. But this one talks.
A real life doll.
And I would like set her up and, you know, I would like change her diaper and I like seriously, I loved playing with dolls and I thought that my sister was my doll. Sometimes I still do and I still put makeup on her like she's my little doll. And I would set her up next to my dolls and I would like teach school. You know, this is when I was like 5 and 6 and I just thought, okay, my parents really and truly got me a little gift, especially because it was right before my birthday.
That's
and I was
so
like,
cute.
that's what they got me for my birthday.
A real life doll.
A real doll.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like that's so hard because I don't think it's always been easy. Like, Princess Tard was really jealous when we brought Baby Tard home because she was like, I'm the baby, you know, like she didn't like her at first. And I didn't really know how to handle it. I just feel like they kind of just grow out of it and they learn. And I'm a little bit worried with Rock Tard because he does not like when I hold like my sister's baby. He says, no baby, no.
How old's
So
Rock Tard?
he's 3.
Okay.
So I feel like we'll just, I don't know. I feel like that's just an adjustment that is part of growing up. And so they're gonna have to deal with it. Maybe they'll be jealous at first. Like my brother used to bite my sister's toes when she was born. He was like 4 and she was 2 or whatever. Just like, oh. So I don't know.
really cute.
I guess it's a phase. But that's a good idea. I think maybe I'll try that.
The gifts. Gifting. Kids like
I mean,
gifts.
my sons have already asked, like, can you tell baby Nyla that I want Batman?
Oh, so they know. They
Yeah,
know they get a
because
gift.
Jackson told Lucas that baby
Okay.
Nyla
All right.
gets gifts.
Babies
You're like,
gifts
did you
in your
hear
house
that?
now. Yeah. That's cool. Okay, we have one more tweet before we are done. This is from Chrissy1D22. How do you keep your kids busy if when they are at home all day? What are your secrets like in the summer? How do you keep those little guys busy? What'd you park?
Crafts.
Oh.
Park crafts. Go on my YouTube channel. You'll see
Yeah.
what to do with the kids.
I feel like my kids work sometimes, and
They work?
Like we put them to work. Like, okay, if you're all gonna be home, then you all gotta help mom, you know, which is helpful. But literally, they're like ripping each other's heads off. Like it's time for school. The past week, I've just been like, what is up with you guys? They fight constantly, and I think it's just they need a break from each other.
Do they have chores?
They haven't just because we've been traveling a
Yeah.
lot, but normally when we get into a structure of like school and stuff, that's when they have regular chores.
And each kid has a different chore, like they know what they're supposed to do. Yeah.
And we rotate like every week, and I feel like that's better for them. Like we're almost busier during the school year, but it's an organized chaos.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
At what age did you start the chores?
The chores, I started doing it last year, and so they're all different ages. But
So,
I
like,
just
the
started
3-year-old?
as a family, like, okay, we are going to do chores together. So like the 3-year-old will just kind of like, he'll watch and he'll see the girls scrubbing the mirror and he'll want to do it too. So I don't give him his own. I just let him be a part of the collective chore
You're
doing.
doing laundry.
Yes, exactly.
Dinner, 3-year-old. Yeah.
And that's a big one in our house is like, mom needs help folding laundry. And that's the one they hate to do too.
Okay.
I also give my daughter chores, but she doesn't have anybody to rotate with, so it's always just like her. I'm like, yeah, when you do those dishes, girl. But it's nice because the older they get, the more occupied they can make themselves. And she'll just go to her room and paint and listen to her record player and draw or listen or read. She's huge on reading. Again, I can't have any more children than her. They will be. She got all my good genes. So.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
I feel like having little like family moments too is important. Like we
Dates.
try, little family dates. And then like even during the summer, if we try to like read together at night, like from the scriptures or whatever, just having that little time where we're all just coming together is always helpful. Because sometimes like, you know, they'll watch TV all day or they'll be in the backyard for the entire day. And I'm like, what did you guys do? I don't know. So, I don't know, just having little family times.
What about you, Kayli?
Reilly just started doing chores on her own this summer,
Good
which
girl.
it was really good. She wants to earn money, so I'll say, clean the kitchen and I'll give you $1 to save, which doesn't usually last long once it's saved up. But my kids love just being outside. We also craft a lot. I love crafting with the kids, and we love to do things outside. Casey actually does a lot with the kids in the summer. Takes them hiking or shooting guns or, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah.
My parents put us to work. We had to earn every single penny, you know, before we were old enough to get jobs. Cleaning my dad's car, we would get like $5 every time we washed the car. We would do that in the summer. anything. I stole apples from the neighbors and made apple pie and sold, like, I did anything. Yeah.
Reilly wanted to
neighbors.
do like a big lemonade stand so bad this summer, and I should have let her.
Why didn't I?
So that's a good question. How do you guys differentiate? Because my kids, they want to be able to make money.
Yeah.
But when I was growing up, there were things that we had to do just because we're part of the family.
Yeah.
You know, like you have to do this chore because that's just what you do in a family. And then we would go, like when I was old enough, I would go and help my dad at the warehouse, and that's when I started earning money. So how do you differentiate like an allowance versus you're earning money versus you're doing chores?
That's hard because I feel like as of right now, my kids' chores to help with the family is their stuff, their room, putting their laundry away, organizing their stuff, because that really does keep them busy.
Right.
So any extra things like cleaning the bathroom, cleaning the kitchen, I'll do like $1.
We had a star chart, and every time we did a chore, my mom would have me, my brother, my sister's names on this star chart, and then if we got, like, you know, there was X amount of things that needed to be done, you know, kitchen floor, bathroom sink, blah, 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 and then every time we did them, we would get a star, and then whichever kid had the most stars by the end of the week would, like, get a couple dollars or something. She was super organized.
Yeah,
She's
she
really
was.
cool. Yeah, and then you'd see, like, all these, you know, list of little accomplishments that each kid
She's
had
the
done.
awesomest teacher ever.
She's still an
Yeah.
awesome teacher. Yeah, yeah, she's great.
The dollar works though.
A dollar works.
It
Yeah,
worked
dollar,
until Corinne was like 10, and then she's like, really, what am I gonna get with the dollar?
Yeah.
I need more money.
My dad would actually. I played soccer for 11 years, and if my team was like losing, he would yell down the sideline in Farsi. He'd be like, "I'll give you $5 if you score a goal," and then bam! And all my friends knew, like, if Daddy's yelling down the sideline in Farsi, Sharzi's gonna score a goal and she's gonna get paid. There's always creative ways to make money in my house. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, you guys, that is it for our show. It flew by, but it was really fun. You guys are fabulous.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you guys so much. We will be back Thursday at 2, every Thursday at 2, and you guys can always tune in and join us, and we love you guys, and thank you for tuning in. And until next time, bye!
My family really does come first. And that's the most important to me. And Shay understands, like, if I need time, then I schedule it and I go, and he's totally helpful with the kids. So you just have to accept that you can't do everything always, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But do make time for yourself because you need that.